Hey guys, so this is just a really quick video. I don't think I've ever done a video like this before, but I have been motivated by Joe X's recent Busse or Busse video. I've always said Busse video to get one for myself. I personally have always followed Busse to some degree. Obviously, when I went and set up at Blade Show for the first time, 2017 maybe, they were still there at that point. I've always seen the hype since joining Blade Forums in 2014, and I don't mean hype necessarily in a bad way, but I've never really been able to justify the cost necessarily. And we've seen cost come down and availability come up to some degree and stuff like that. I also had a few experiences with knives that were not my own where the edges were super, super thick, and I am generally not interested in very much that has a stupid thick edge. And I mean stupid thick as in thicker than what I like, dummy thick, if you will. Not necessarily stupid, everything has its place. Regardless, I've decided I'm going to jump in here. So I am on the market for a Busse, and I'm doing a video about it because I have a whole lot of followers who have the knife addiction like I do. I've got a couple things here that I might potentially put up for trade. I'd have to do videos on, I think, basically all of them before I shipped them out, but if someone's interested, let me know. Scrapyard Knife Co. Trash 2 has been used but not abused. I don't like this knife. It's my second Psycho knife, and it's all right. It's fine, but the edge came from the factory a little bit too rough, and I don't like resin handles, and so it has a Tigart Valley Tactical Kydex sheath. It's not bad. It's a great user. And in my review, I'll talk more about this. I don't need to review it right now, right? But I'm just gonna get rid of it. The Survive Knives ED4 just got this in. I plan on having YouTube content on this very soon. Behind the edge thickness on this guy here is like 0.07 or 8. What am I saying? 17 or 18 thousandths. Wonderful knife. Why am I getting rid of it? Well, this is an EDC knife, and with that wonderfully thin edge and with this tip geometry, I didn't know the edge was going to be this thin. I don't know that it's the best match for my intended use for the knife. I think there is a decent possibility of breakage or destruction that's just because it's not necessarily the right knife for what I want to use it for. But I've used it for EDC tasks slightly and for some kitchen prep. It's a really nice knife. So even if I do sell or trade this, I will be on the market for a newer GSO with an edge thickness around the 20 thou range. So whether I trade for a Busse or not, I think I'm going to trade this knife. I will review it. I am highly impressed by it, but I don't think it's quite what I am looking for in a knife that I'm going to long-term review on the channel. You guys, I do bush stuff, right? Obviously. You know, my EDC knife, my Exodus knife and tool adventure craft that I love so much, I beat the snot out of it all the time. And I would actually trust beating on this, I think, more in S35 VN with an edge thickness of between 22 and 25 thou than I would on that Survive. Thin edges are not a bad thing. It's just for me and for what I want to use it for, it's a little too aggressive of geometry, I think. Man, I'm getting so far off track. It's crazy. I'm such a knife nerd. I can't even just not talk about this crap. Chris Reeves, Green Beret 7, S35 VN. I traded for this knife. I like a lot of things about this knife. I don't love anything about it, really. Well, no, that's not true. I like the fit and finish, and I do love the handle scales, I think. I think they're very nice for me. Don't love the sheath. Fantastic condition. could let that guy go. I've got some other stuff too, plenty of rare knives, plenty of not rare knives. Actually, I've got way more knives than any man should have. I've got some stuff that I might be able to let go if a person wanted to. This is the first ever mutant that I had and tested and used. Everybody wants a freaking mutant, so people are probably gonna be hitting me up instantly for even mentioning this. Spoiler alert, the reason I might get rid of this is because more mutants will be coming. 2024 is going to be the year of production for the mutants. I just got off the phone with John. We will have a big old run of these this year. And this will not be one of my standard colors. If you didn't know already, I only keep my own knives in standard colors as a general rule, besides the ones that I have used a whole lot, because I realized that when I was constantly sharing my favorite custom knives, my favorite colors and stuff, people would get irritated because they couldn't buy one. I'm like, I mean, it was a custom run. I only made a couple of these. I mean, I have more custom knives coming. People get pissed off. I'm only going to keep my standard colors. That way I'm constantly, when I share my own content, it is in standard colors, generally speaking, that are available. Why am I blabbing? This one comes with absolutely, well, this would come probably with this Black Bear custom Kydex sheath. Okay, so I don't know why I blab. Here's what I'm looking for. Gosh, I suck at this. I just start talking about knives and it doesn't stop. Okay, so I don't necessarily just want a Busse. All right, if I'm going to go for a Busse, I want one ideally that I'm going to keep long term. I don't think I'm going to do a destruction test on it. I don't think I'm going to intentionally break it. I am going to beat the absolute snot out of it, though, in the woods, generally speaking. But, you know, if I'm going to go with Busse, let's go all the way. So I'm looking for some crazy fusion, nuclear meltdown, apocalypse, catastrophic, Battle Master 9000 with all of the corrugated blood grooves. I know that's not what they're called. I'm just being a goofball here. I want to go for something big and potentially thick, but if I don't want to get something really thick that's 0.34 thickness or something like that if the edge is super thick. I'll use, I have my workhorse that's 0.391 inch thick on sale right now. If you want one, go to exodusknifeandtool.com. I use that thing. I love that thing. I love using that thing. But my edge thickness on that knife, if memory serves, is about 40 thou, might be 36 thou. On the production ones that are for sale, they are thinner than my personal one. And it's fantastic. It's wonderful. But if those edges were, 80 thou, what the crap am I going to use it for? I don't want that. So once again, I'm babbling about knife stuff. I'm looking for a big, super fancy Gucci mode knife. I want factory edge geometry because even if I change the edge geometry, I want to document that process for the subscriber. I don't want to get a knife and even potentially have it fail or perform other than intended because the person before me had put an edge on it, potentially overheated the edge while thinning it down or something like that, and now I have issues that aren't Busse's fault. Even if you guarantee me that you can do it perfectly and that you did it perfectly, I want a factory edge. Some scratches and stuff like that, not a big deal. I'd like it to be sharp, like as sharp as it comes from the factory, but some scratches, don't care all about patina, staining, sheath, no sheath. We can get all that squared out away, but I thought this was going to be a 2-minute video, and now it's going to be a 10-minute video. This is just what I do, guys. It's a sickness. I'm about to talk about bug-out bags, packing a bug-out bag, and considerations. I'll be filming that, so that will likely be the next video that will hit. If you have a Busse that you might be interested in trading or maybe selling, let me know. And I guess I'll talk to you in the comment section below, or you can always shoot me an email at thepreppersbunkeroutdoors@gmail.com, or you can shoot me an Instagram message at thepreppersbunkeroutdoors, or you can find me on Facebook at Jacob Beach Peterson, or freaking however else. There's so many ways to find me. They're just in the links in the description box below and whatever. We'll figure it out. Have a blessed day. Hopefully I'll talk to you later.